Kylie Bertucci, Stampin Up demonstrator in Australia, here with you today. Good morning to everyone. I made it. I didn't think I was going to, but we just have to keep going, don't we, despite challenges that come up in our lives. Some of you may have seen my post a couple of days ago that my pa died this week, my grandfather. Very sad week, very challenging week, because I was there in the hospital when he passed away, and it was beautiful to be able to support my dad and my brother, because both of them live here in Melbourne. And then next week all the rest of my family will be arriving, which will be really beautiful to be with all of my brothers and sisters, because I've actually got 4 younger brothers and sisters, so we're from a big family. So it'd be lovely to catch up with everyone, but very sad occasion to catch up. But thank you all very, very much for your well wishes, for all your messages. I did realize partway through that to a lot of you, Pa means father. So I think some of you thought my dad had died. My dad has not died. He's alive and well. He actually has the same name as my grandfather. They're both Frank Natoli. So we have Frank, my dad, and Frank Senior, my grandfather, who's just passed away. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And even though I didn't know what this week was going to entail, the project that I've made today actually is perfect for what I've just been through. And I'm going to actually use this as a gift to one of my uncles and aunties. If I can, I'd like to actually give them all one eventually. So I'm going to order some more of these items. And what I'm going to be using today, and you may have missed this from the catalogue, but I just thought it was just absolutely perfect for this type of situation when we go through a really difficult time in our life and lose a loved one. But that's using our beautiful new, I think they're called the Pressed Petals Journal. And it is so beautiful, this journal, because it sort of looks at, looking at grateful for the small things. And it really is just such a beautiful way to put in words what we're feeling. And during a time when we lose a loved one, it can be really overwhelming for all of us and for family. I should have bought my tissues. Oh, here they are. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some tissues because I can feel my nose dripping. It's a perfect thing, because it's got today I'm grateful. Sometimes we can get very overwhelmed with a lot of the negative things that we're dealing with in our lives. And so this is a beautiful way to just stop, pause, think about things that we appreciate, the memories that we have of our loved ones, and to appreciate the loved ones that we still have with us as well. It helps us to realize that family really is just so important. And what I saw this week with my family, just so beautiful. It connects you all. It connects you on a different level emotionally. And I'm really grateful for the experience, as devastating as it was to go through and to see. It's also created connections that I didn't have before with my auntie and uncle, and even my own dad. So really, really special. And I want to sort of dress it up a little bit, and just add some really beautiful textured elements to the journal, because it's just absolutely perfect. And I think no matter what, even whether male or female, I'm like, I don't care. I'm giving it to my uncles as well, because I think that it's just a really nice memento to remember really special things. And maybe I can write a few words in here about what I remember of Pa. Maybe even add a little photo here as well, because we've actually created a Google photo drive, an album, and I highly recommend doing this. Oh, she heard me. But if you haven't done that, it's such a great idea, particularly when you lose a loved one. I shared a link with my entire family and just said, look, if you have any photos of our grandfather that you want to add to this album, and I'll actually show you it. It's such a great idea. It's so beautiful to do. because there's a photo there of their wedding day, and it's just so, like, for me to be able to see that. And it's so sad that we wait until someone has died to share all these beautiful memories and talk about what they are and what it meant. But you know, I'm glad that we've done it. I'm really happy that we have it. But it's just Google Photos, and I'll just get the screen up to show you. And then I added a link, like I got a link to all my family, and then they can basically go in and add any photos that they want to add in there. I'll just show you some of the ones I added in case some of the others don't want to be broadcasted around the world. We respect privacy. Everyone's different, of course. Yeah, Google Photos. Okay, so it's photos.google.com. And if I go to album, I created one for my pa. There it is, album. And then I'll just share with you their wedding photo. It's just so beautiful. And I would never get to see these photos had we not have shared it. Actually, I'll show you the one with us on our wedding day too. Thank you all very much for your well wishes. That's so kind. Where are we here? Okay, so this is their wedding day. I'll just show you this screen. It's so amazing. So here we are here. So this is my grandfather here. I can see my brothers in him. And this is my grandmother, and this is their wedding day. I don't know what year this was. I know he was born, I think it was 50s. Not sure what year actually. I do remember my auntie saying what year. I was like looking for my mobile phone. I'm talking to my mobile phone. That's why I can't find it. But how beautiful is that? And so we've got this album that we're sharing. And so I could print that up and just add it in my little book here for them to have as like a little memento. Something really special, because there's something very special about seeing a photo printed, but just so nice having the actual copy there as well for me to download whenever I want and to print whenever I want as well. There's another one here of us on our wedding day with my grandmother and grandfather. My grandmother died in 2014, so it's been 5 years since my grandma died. Oh, you guys will love this one. They're ready for young Kylie, young skinny Kylie. Look at us, we're little babies. So this is my grandfather here and my grandmother, Bruno and I on our wedding day. This was almost 16 years ago now. We were little children. Who let their children get married? Yes, it was around that. Yes, it was 1927. Thank you, Luann. Yeah, 1927. And they were probably around 20 when they got, like back then they were pretty young when they got married. So it was probably like 1940s, maybe 1950s that the wedding photo came from, which is just incredible. Like, yeah, it's really, really special to have those memories. So yeah, so little things like that. I just love that we have this album that we're sharing together. And my auntie has added a lot of beautiful pictures there as well to share with the family. And it's just, yeah, really, really special times that we can reminisce on. And I'll be able to use a lot of these pictures to then print up and share in this little beautiful book, which, yeah, is so beautiful to be able to do. Like, keep those memories. It's something that we can treasure then, like beautiful memories that we can hold on to. And remember good times. Yeah, it's really special. So that's sort of my idea with this book. But I'm going to dress it up a little bit because it does have embossing on it. And I tried to do some sponging, but it didn't bring it out any sort of, I was hoping it might bring it out more and make it pop, but it didn't bring it out as much as I would like. But you can see in the catalogue, and I'll just show you face down and show you this page here, get my lighting happening, so that you can see this whole suite. It's just so beautiful, this suite. So I've got some things here that almost show and tells here as well, of course. There's a lot of things to show you. Yeah, that looks good. So I'll just show you this for now and then pop my head in a bit later. But you can see here that this is the beautiful Pressed Petals Suite. So I know with the new catalogue it can be a little bit overwhelming knowing where to start. But these suites I highly recommend because it has everything that you need all in the one page. And you can see this beautiful journal, what they've done. They've added some stamping with some washi. But what I'm going to do is just add some photos with some washi and add that in on some of the pages. And yeah, if I want to, I can sort of write my memories of Pa and journal that for my auntie or uncles. And there's some beautiful ideas here as well. So that's what I love about the idea book, is that there's just, it's not just a catalogue, but it's going to give us some really awesome ideas here that we can put together. And it sort of turns to this page as well. So this is part of the suite. You'll see the colour at the top, so you know that that's part of the suite. And I absolutely love these flowers because my family, they love gardening. My pa loved cooking. They're very like salt of the earth type people. So I love this idea of pressed flowers. I think it's a beautiful sympathy paper to use. Obviously, it's great for joyous occasions, but it's also very respectful and elegant too for this type of situations with sympathy. And we can see here that even Stampin Up have sort of looked at that, like sharing in your sorrow. And a lot of the sentiments, you know, hoping you can find strength for today and peace in tomorrow. Some really beautiful sentiments that are perfect for not just sympathy, but yeah, just really, really touching, but perfect for sympathy as well. You know, here's to always finding joy in one another's laughter, warmth in one another's embrace, and love in one another's lives. And how perfect is that when you're reminiscing someone's life and what they've done for you as a person? That's a really beautiful sentiment that you can share in the book or on a card. So I'll probably do sympathy cards to go with this as well, which I think will be just so perfect to be able to tie everything together and have the sympathy card and then this beautiful book that goes with it as well. I only have one of the books, so I'll need to order another 6 because Dad has quite a large family. He's got, yeah, older sister, him, there was twin boys next, another boy and another girl. So 6 of them all together, including my dad. So I'll do 6 books and then have some nice cards to go with it as well. I'll show you the idea that I have for dressing it up. Unfortunately, I did this earlier because I was in no state to be creating, you know, when we're just going through a tough time. But sometimes, you know, when we don't feel like creating, sometimes when we do creating for, like I love the idea of crafting with purpose or, you know, having that emotional connection to our craft, it can be quite cathartic to do and quite healing to, especially something like this that's like a journal where I can actually share my memories as well. And I'll probably do the same, like give myself one of these books as well and keep it as a memento for me. To just, when I think of things of my family, I can write in it as well. I'll just do a little split screen here so that I can show you what I thought of doing. That one first. Okay, good. And there. Okay. So what I decided to do, I've got my book. I did try and do some the sponging, as I mentioned, but not with very much success because I really wanted this embossing to really pop out. But it's just a subtle embossing, you know, perfect with that pressed flowers designer series paper. Nothing sort of out of this world, but that's what I think it's a really nice subtle look. And so what I decided to do, and I'll give you these measurements because I literally eyeballed them. I was just like, I'll just chop away. But I decided that this one was probably one of my favorite designer series paper in the pack. But of course, I can do all sorts of different ones. I've cut my paper at 12 by 6. I always love having it at that size, ready to go for my Love It, Chop It. And I'll just show you. So this paper is quite, like it's very fine. And you get more paper in this pack than usual. So there's 24 sheets rather than 12. And it just has this feel, and I watched the video that Stampin' Up put out, and it has the feel of like pressed flowers. Like pressed flowers are very delicate and light, and that's the look that Stampin' Up was going for. Or even the feel, like the feel of it is like pressed flowers. So I love that sort of idea, and that's perfect for wrapping as well because it is a little bit thinner. Envelopes, all those sort of things. So some absolutely gorgeous paper. Maybe for the boys, I could maybe choose just the plain leaves, or even this one here with just the hessian. They may not want, you know, too many flowers. I know my Uncle Basil, he's just an avid gardener, so he's totally going to get flowers. In fact, the night that Pa died, he came back to the hospital and brought 5 bunches of flowers for all of us that were there, some beautiful jonquils. And so that just made us all so happy. We had our little brandy to say goodbye to Pa. But yeah, there's a really great mix here for both masculine, the floral, and it's a great mix. I know I'm thinking this for my Uncle Basil. I can see that for sure for him. But I went for this one here. So I've already chopped part of it. And I had a little tiny piece left over, which, you know, totally I'll find a way to use it inside the book. Nothing will get wasted. In fact, I'll get that little piece because I saw it there before and thought, oh, I've got to save that. But I don't want any piece left behind of this beautiful paper. Here it is. Here's my little extra piece. So the size that the actual book is, does it have the pressed petals? So if you go to page 170, it has some more details about that, not just in the suite, but it says that 24 sheet, oh yeah, so I think it's 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2 or 10.8 by 14 centimeters. So with this, because it was sort of an inches thing, I kind of worked in inches, I think, with my paper. I think it was 3 3¾ and then 5. Yeah, so I remember working in inches with it, and I just found that a little bit easier. And then I just did basically like an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch more, because I felt like that just sort of disappeared too easily. So I had this piece of Very Vanilla, and the Very Vanilla is just so perfect with this. Look at me, I'm like, where did my Very Vanilla go? Whenever I think I'm organized, no, it disappears on me. It wouldn't be a Kylie video without me going, where did it go? Who stole it? Where did it go? It disappeared on me. I know it's here because I literally just had it. Anyway, if I have to cut another one, I will. But I would prefer to just use the one that I had here because I was very organized. I know I've got that ready. I know I've got my ribbon ready. Come on, Very Vanilla. Where are you? Anyway, I'll keep going and then hopefully it'll just turn up. I have an excuse this week. There's been a lot of emotional things happening this week. But I thought I'd also add, look at me, I'm like looking out for it now. Where did it turn up last time? The last time I was looking for something, it turned up like back in its case. I'm like, who puts things back? Who does that? Maybe I put it in here somewhere. See, look at that. Even a beautiful space there for me to put photos. I'm so excited about this journal. It's really, really sweet. I know I moved that there. I moved the other show and tell piece there for you. I've got lots of things to show you. Look at me. I'm like, where did it go? It was just here. Anyway, we'll keep going. Maybe I put it in my annual catalogue somewhere. I did! Here it is. Look. Found it. I found everything. Oh my goodness. Seriously. What are we going to do with me? What? What are we going to do with me? I'll shake my head at myself. How you all watch me, I don't know. But anyway, I did a layer just slightly smaller, so you can see there that it's just perfectly, just a little tiny border. And as you can see here, it just makes that whole image just pop. It's like, hello. So layering is just such a beautiful way to really just give this accent. You don't even know it's really there, but it does make such a big impact on highlighting that beautiful paper. I'm just going to check comments because I realized I was scrolled up. Oh, yeah, there we are. On the floor. The interesting thing, people say, I love how you keep it real. April, I have no choice. This is just who I am, and I'm live. So I can't hide it. Even if I wanted to look professional, this is just Kylie. This is actually who I am. I can't hide it whatsoever. So this is the other stamp set. That's the beautiful stamp set that I'm going to use. I know, it's never a dull moment around here. And also in this beautiful suite, I was sort of unsure how I was going to sort of bring in the sentiment. So I thought if I just have a piece, a strip of very vanilla across here, I sort of imagined like sort of sitting like this across, and then I'm like, oh, I could probably do some stamping. The DSP is so beautiful, like really gorgeous. I wanted to use the one here that hoping you can find strength for today and peace in tomorrow. So that's just perfect along there. And then I thought I'll do some of these gorgeous sort of leaves here in early espresso and stamp that. Now I'm going to cheat today. Sorry. I am cheating today. Pretend I stamped it and cut it. It's a big day. I know you'll all understand. I have a lot of cooking to do today. My sisters are coming on Tuesday. So that's what I thought. I thought I'll do that, and then I'm going to raise that. And I just sort of, I don't know, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know about this corner section. So then I thought I'm going to have some fun with the petals because it just needed something to bring in the colour from the background. So if you haven't seen this washi tape, it is part of the same suite. And of course it's the same colours that are based in the paper, which is just absolutely beautiful. And so what you do is you can actually layer this on a piece of paper if you wanted to. I've done it where I've done it in my hands, but it actually gives you a little bit more flexibility. And the best thing is with this is you can pull it back up if you need to. I've seen some doing it on the silicone actually as well. Where's my silicone sheet? Of course it's not here. Well, instead I'll improvise and I'll use my new grid paper. My grid, if you haven't seen this, it's really awesome because it's kind of, you know, silky and it's not going to take away, like paper, it's not going to take away from the stickiness. So if you can't find your silicone sheets, here's another alternative, and it's actually quite good because this has got grid on it, so we might even be able to use the grid lines to line up. I totally meant to use my new grid. This is my idea all along, was to use this so you can line up your petals well. Oh, sorry to hear that, Pam. I got your message, by the way. I'll reply to that. I was getting ready for this video, so I said I will get back to that soon. So you can sort of eyeball it for now, and depending on what size you want your flower to be will depend how wide you go, because you can make the petals, if you go in further, then you're going to make your flower smaller. But I think it's always a good idea to aim for 5 petals. Remember, Fibonacci sequence, which is flowers, and usually, yeah, all flowers usually work in odd numbers. So you don't want to have 4 petals, you want to have 5 or 7. And you're totally welcome to do 7. And then we'll line up over there. And remember, you can move it around if you need to, especially because of this awesome What's this new thing here called? I can't even think of the name of it. Let me have a look. Because it's brand new. It's for the Stamparatus. But how perfect is it for this? We have to get the name. There it is. It is the Stamparatus Deluxe Foam Mat. So it has the plastic laminate grid with 1 centimeter increments. I'm guessing, oh no, you guys have got inches here as well. Yeah. There we go. You now know the name. It is in your catalogue. You can get this. In case you're wondering what it is, where did that come from? What is Kylie using right now? Now you know. So that gives you an idea. And see how this side here, I'm like, this side here looks a little bit skewy. I mean, like, flowers are not perfect, so don't stress. And then you can sort of layer this back up again. Oh, yeah, that looks good. And then because you've done it on this grid paper, you just lift up each petal. I mean, it's probably better if you don't stick it down much at all, just sort of stick the middle down. This is reminding, I actually made pastry. I made my own pastry for my quiche. I've got Jessie coming over for dinner tonight and some other friends. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try pastry. And this is what it feels like. It feels like me trying to rip off the pastry from the kitchen bench. So take your flour off like you've just made some pastry. So then we have this beautiful flower. And I thought you can put an accent in the middle. Now you can choose to use the beautiful little flowers here if you wanted to use them. They're so cute. They're the Perennial Essence Floral Centers. So they go with them. But I didn't really see anything I didn't want it to sort of overtake from this image. So I decided to use the embellishments that come with this kit. And that is the Designer Elements. And I love that they're a little bit sort of bold and metallic, and I love these. I just think they're so, and it wouldn't matter what color you used. I keep all my embellishments in a clear mount case, of course. Yeah, it wouldn't matter which one you use. You could go for gold, the silver, or the copper. I'll put the gold one on this one. And just put it in the middle there. It's not overly sticky. So if you wanted to sort of add a little bit more stickiness to this, because it is going on to washi, so it's not necessarily going to stay very strong. So you might be better off putting like a dotted Tombow or something like that behind it just to keep it in place. And then I thought, oops, hello. I just ripped my flower apart. Once it sticks down, it'll be happy. So I thought I'm going to do it in such a way that I'm sticking it here so that you can still see some of this beautiful element of the leaf, but I'm bringing in the backdrop with this front. So I'm just going to keep this on here for now on my little grid paper, and then bring that in when I need to, if it wants to come off my finger without falling apart. Come on, little one. Oh, all the petals are falling apart now. Maybe I'll just stick it on there and be happy. There you go. Now you're happy. Just stay there for me, little one. And I love that you don't have to stick the whole thing down. Like, it's just so cool the way the washi sort of sits in place. You can just play with that a bit. There we go. And look at that. You can even see through it. How cool is that? So you can see the stamping through it. Oh, so beautiful. It's just got this really beautiful textural element to it. We'll just stick this down as well and get this compiled. I've seen, like, from the catalogue, I love seeing these ideas, and I will try and do this as well, where you sort of have these textured, layered elements through it all, which is just so beautiful. And you've also got your framelets that come with this suite. So you might even be able to use these somehow. There's 3 ovals, so you've got your background. So you could layer that. This almost reminds me of like a floating frame. Really, really pretty. So we'll just stick that down. I love it when I pull out my Tombow and it actually works because I've put it back in its little Tombow holder. It's always handy, isn't it? And then we'll stick that down directly, and the next one I'll do with dimensionals. Yes, I love the washi flowers too. So pretty. So the way that I thought I'd do it is sort of aim for the same border, like the width on these three sides, and then it just really highlights this beautiful binder here. And then I can bring in the binder and this sort of blank section here by bringing my sentiment over this side, so over here. And of course, you know, it's probably not practical having the flower sort of sticking out like that, but I really like it. I want it to stay there. They might end up bumping it or moving it, but that's okay. I'll forgive them. So let's do some dimensionals. So does anyone have this booklet, the journal? Has anyone else got the journal? Because it's probably one of those ones that hasn't been noticed. But just remember that with the catalogue, you can get the entire suite all in one number. So if you're looking at everything I'm showing you today and you don't have any of these items, you can get, with one code, $167, you can get everything. The washi, the journal, the embellishments. There's even this beautiful ribbon here as well that you can get. You get the embossing folder. Where's the beautiful embossing folder? It is just so beautiful. It's called Scripty. Is it Scripty? Yeah, Scripty 3D. So look at that beautiful embossing folder. You get the embellishments, the journal, the paper, the stamp set, framelits. It's just such a great way of getting all of the elements all in one go, so that you have everything you need to start creating with this one pack. Oh, you got it too. Oh, that's great. Oh, it's such a beautiful suite. Really, really gorgeous. And just remember that here in Australia, if you join, it's $169 to join, but you get to pick $235 of anything you want. So what you could do is add this to your starter kit, and you still end up with, I think it's like $68 of product that you can get basically for free. So you're paying $169 and then getting $68 of product free. Amazing. So just consider that. If you know that you want to get the lot and you're going to sort of spend around the $169 mark anyway, then joining is definitely a great way to get a bargain. And remember that once you join, you get 20% off everything you order. So it's a really great deal and a great way to save a little bit of money too. Well, we won't say save money. We'll say you'll get more product for the money you spend. Because we have a budget and we end up spending that budget regardless. Now, another thing that I looked at when I saw this, and I actually almost forgot about it until I looked across, but I wanted to add a little bit of ribbon. Now, I could totally add this. That's beautiful. But I didn't want it to be too out there, particularly for the type of element that I want. So I'm bringing in this beautiful scalloped lace trim. And even though it's not part of this suite, it's just such a soft, elegant, beautiful ribbon that's just going to hide behind here, behind this strip there. And you can just see it just softens that whole look. I'll raise it up a bit here so you can see it. Really subtle, not sort of, you know, being too ostentatious, just really sweet and beautiful. So let's have a look there how we can attach that, because I've just added my little elements. So what I'm going to do is line it up. In fact, I might even stick it down first, and then, so this would have been a lot easier if I did it before adding my dimensionals. Actually, I'll take my dimensionals off. It'll just be easier. I can add you guys back later. Sorry, dimensionals, you are not required at this time. So I'm just going to do a strip of my tear and tape at the bottom. This is definitely for me the easiest way to adhere a piece of ribbon, is to use the tear and tape. So just do a couple of strips along there. It doesn't have to be the whole way, but you're totally welcome to do that too. I've got a fair bit there, so that's fine. And take that off, and then we'll stick down our beautiful lace. Yeah, it does look nice on the angle, Diane. I was actually thinking that. We'll have a play. We'll have a look later and see. Yeah, I like the lace. The lace is beautiful. So take those off. Okay. And then I just get the strip of ribbon, and basically I might actually do it, I can line it up so that it's the same on both sides. And of course I just want that top little notch there to be glued down. I don't want too much of the lace to be high up behind here, because otherwise we won't see it. So make sure it's stuck down there. Yep, beautiful. And then that's where we can grab our little snips and just cut the edge here so that it lines up with the cardstock. One side. And there's the other side. It's very curly, that one. And then we'll raise that. We saw it on the side there. It actually didn't look too bad, but now that the ribbon's on, I think it looks nicer. But yeah, you could totally, if you remembered, you could totally put the lace on this edge. But I actually like it sort of raised up on this edge. I think it adds a totally different element to it. But up to you. Hopefully this just gives you some ideas of what you want to do with yours. There we go. Now I'll do some more dimensionals there since we lost our other ones. There we go. Put your dimensionals back on. My wish list keeps getting longer. Yes, it really does. The more you see people using the products, it really does make you want to get more. And I'll just lift this little flower up too. I like that sort of look of the petal moving. Isn't that beautiful, that washi? So we'll do that, I think, around there. Yes. So you can totally have a play. You know, this obviously is going to be a little bit annoying for those who have the journal. But yeah, I just think it's so sweet and so beautiful and so elegant that, yeah, it's just going to be really special. And to have that, you know, gorgeous sentiment there. And then obviously what you've done here you can bring into the book as well. You could definitely decorate here, and then making a handmade card that's going to go perfectly with this. It will just show that yeah, definitely you can put the embossing buddy behind and it'll stop it from sticking. But yeah, it'll just show that the whole thing has been created to match each other and designed to go together And I'm just really going to enjoy like printing up some of the photos and using the beautiful washi tape to adhere those photos. Like it's got that real vintage sort of old style to it. So yeah, putting Nana and Pa's wedding photo there. Yeah, really, really good to do that. Yep, totally. You can use the embossing buddy to get rid of the stickiness. Thanks for that reminder, girls. So yeah, it's a beautiful journal, and I know that my family will really treasure that and hopefully use it. Oh, look, part of my nail there, my new nail. Yeah, and treasure it and use it to hopefully get their words out. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Carolyn. This is the look I was going for. So you saw me and it was very curly, but I just wanted this sort of messy, shabby look with the fringe. And then all of a sudden I walked out of my hairdresser and she'd curled it. And I was like, this is so not me. I'm not a girly girl. I'm like geometric. But at least I know I can do both styles. I can change it up. It's the same hairstyle, but just different styling. Yes, please look at getting the suite. I just know at the moment it's super, super overwhelming for everyone because we have this brand new catalogue. I'll just put you on full screen. Oh, I'm tearing again. Put this on, look at that. It's so difficult to know where to begin. So I just wanted to highlight the suites. And Bruno and I, definitely when we return from our trip, because we're leaving in a week. Oh my goodness, so much going on. It's ridiculous. But when we return, we'll definitely be highlighting each suite and pointing out some projects that you can do with each suite. But just look in the catalogue, have a play of some of those things. Evening look on the cruise. Yeah, that's right. I'll get Breno to curl it for me. So yeah, that's my beautiful journal. Look at that. So happy. It's a really just so lovely. I'm really happy with it. That was my screenshot. Yeah, I really like that. But another thing I wanted to highlight too, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything, is don't forget the kits in the catalogue. They're a brilliant way to get a lot of creativity, a lot of fun, but without the stress, because Stampin' Up does all the hard work for us. So we had fun with the Love of Felt. We had some extras, so I'll put that on top. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful suite. So look out for this one. All of the kits are found right at the back of the catalogue. So this particular one you can find on page 200. And I love that they say projects with purpose. I say craft with purpose. So yeah, these projects are just absolutely beautiful. And in the little box here, which is just gorgeous, you can make all of these cards, and they have the dressed up envelopes as well to go with them. Gorgeous. And here are the cards. So I did a blog post about this week. There's quite a bit of stamping. This is a kit that sort of is stepped up. It's like, it's not a beginner's kit. It's quite extensive and quite challenging, which is great, and it takes a fair bit of time. So that's really enjoyable for someone who wants to sort of step up to that next level of crafting. And then you've got these ones here. You've got some beautiful twine that you can use. This all comes in the kit. All this is felt. You want to touch it because it's so textured and beautiful. There's all these beautiful sequins and stamping. It's just so, so beautiful. So you want to look out for this kit. And look how many cards you get. I think there's 12 that you get in the kit. So really beautiful. Check out that one. If you're not sure where to begin, then definitely have a look at this kit for the Love of Felt. And even the back of the cards have got stamping on it. So really, really beautiful. Printed cards. So check that out. Oh, thank you so much, Cynthia. I seriously was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to end up bawling my eyes out. But I think I've cried it all out this week. And then the funeral is next week, so I'll have another good cry then. I was cuspulating. I was on the cusp of having a good cry in front of you all. Do an ugly cry. But yes, check that one out. Highly recommend it. And that's in our kit section from page 200. Now, some other things that I wanted to show you. You may have seen this photo, but I just absolutely love the fact that random act of kindness is very dear to my heart. And I say it often, like, don't expect anything in return. Just give with no expectation, and you never know, it could come at the right time. And all the cards that I received this week just really helped me to see how true that is, that sometimes cards just come at the exact time that you need them. And when they do come at that exact time that you need them, when you're going through sorrow or a difficult time or you're feeling a bit down, it is so uplifting and encouraging. Even though that person didn't know that you needed it, someone thought of you around the world and sent a card, and it arrived just at the time that you needed it. So I received some beautiful, beautiful cards this week, like more than usual this week. And I thought, how interesting. It's like at a time where I needed a big virtual hug, a hug in the mail, it all happened. In fact, we even got given this gorgeous gift all the way from Switzerland. Bruno got given Mr. Dimensional. Everyone was laughing because they're like, it should be Mr. Velum. Mr. Dimensional. And I got the amazing Love It, Chop It. And this Toblerone is huge. I absolutely love Toblerone. It is one of my favorite chocolates. And I just thought it's so gorgeous. This is from a friend, Patricia Grandjean. She calls herself her friend. She goes, I'm your friendly stalker from Switzerland. They don't even have Stampin' Up in Switzerland. And her card making is so incredible. She used products that are not Stampin' Up, but I'm going to show it anyway because I'm like, oh my goodness, Stampin' Up, you need to go to Switzerland if this is what she can do with other products. Look at this gorgeous card that she has created. It reminded me of that new background folder or embossing that we have, die. And look at the inside. She dressed it up so good. So thank you so much, Patricia. We're so humbled to get your beautiful gift all the way from Switzerland with, like, love it, chop it. I love it. I really do. Chop it. So thank you so much. It was just, it came at the most perfect timing. That beautiful gift and card. I also received these gorgeous cards as well from around the world. So this was from Valerie McDonald. Thank you so much for your generous gift voucher. Kylie, your enthusiasm and encouragement are inspiration to each of us. You have almost convinced me that I can tackle technology and win. The two of you make an awesome team. Blessings, Valerie. And look at her stunning card. Isn't that beautiful? So simple and gorgeous. And that's designer series paper here. Amazing. Just gorgeous. And you ready for the envelope? This blew my mind. Are you ready for Love It, Chop It? Are you ready? This is Love It, Chop It Extreme. Even the envelope has it. I love this idea, Valerie. Absolutely love it. I just think that that is so cool that you did a Love It, Chop It envelope. So please look out for that. I just think that's so cool. So thank you, Valerie. Brilliant. And the sentiment, look how cute that is. The world needs more of you. Aww, straight back at you, Valerie. Then I received this gorgeous one here from Charlene. And Charlene is one of our customers. Thank you, Charlene. She said, you're a wonderful demonstrator. I love watching your videos as it gives me inspiration and ideas. And look what she made. So gorgeous. Everything is rosy. I miss this bundle so much. I'm so glad she got it. And look at the beautiful job she did. I keep telling Charlene she needs to be a demonstrator. She's got the beautiful mirror embellishments she's added as well. I'm so proud of your card, Charlene. Thank you. And she even dressed up the inside. So cute. Thank you, Charlene. So sweet when a customer can send you a card. Seriously. Humbled. This one was from Jane Phillip. And I thought this was some of the things you girls are coming up with, seriously, you're blowing my mind. But this was from Jane. She's got the beautiful stitch nested framelits that she's used there. And she's dressed up the inside. No naked cut, no nudie runs. Oh, thank you, Lily. But I love what she has done. She said some beautiful words as well. Just wanted to say a big thank you for all you share with us. Your passion certainly shows through. We are all very blessed to have you as our leader. I'm fairly new to the Crazy Crafters team, and I use the new woven heirloom stamp set and in colors. I hope you like it. Thanks again, Jane. So sweet, Jane. I absolutely love it. And look at her envelope. What's the go? How clever is that? I love that idea. Really clever. Love it, Jane. So smart. Then I had this one from Marion. She sent through her vouchers as well. She's in our team, and she used the beautiful magnolia, and I just love this. Like just in a plain background, and it still is just the most amazing flower. So please check out that suite, because this one's a winner. Seriously, the Magnolia Lane is absolute winner. Thank you so much, Marion. She's embossed it in gold, and then by the looks of it, done some watercoloring there as well. Look at that. Gorgeous. Well done. I got this beautiful one from Angie. She said, thank you for allowing me to craft along with you. A fabulous, it's fabulous to have you as a buddy while crafting. Oh, thanks, Angie. I've decided to give this card to you, the first paper pumpkin card I've ever made. Oh, Angie, how special. I'm glad you were able to craft along with me. We did a paper pumpkin one. And we've got this one here from Katherine. She also sent in some vouchers, one of our customers. Thank you, Katherine. I love seeing stamps that we've used before, but seeing it in the Flirty Flamingo with the Flirty Flamingo background and framing it. Gorgeous. Simple, yet so, so gorgeous. I love this set. So thank you very much for that one. And I think we'll be very happy because there's a stamp here that wasn't stamped. Oh, and that's Patricia's stamp, my Swedish Switzerland stalker. She even did the background stamp. You are the best. You're the best, Patricia. So cute. Now this one was from the wonderful Angie, all the way from, what state do you live in, Angie? What's OH? Is that Ohio? I should really know that, shouldn't I, Angie? Exactly where you are. But this is Angie McKenzie. Please look her up. She is such an amazing demonstrator. And she was a customer for many, many years. I can't even think about how many years she was a customer. And I basically said to her, would you join already? I know you can't join with me because you live in the States, but you need to join. You need to find someone and you need to join because you're missing out on really cool stuff. She is actually one of our admins and probably the most active admin we have on Random Act of Kindness. Absolutely love Angie. She works so hard for others. She gives of herself. She's all heart, this woman, and I just absolutely adore her. Again, the beautiful magnolia, so simple, but how beautiful does this card look? That flower is just an absolute winner. It's a standout. So she's given me to the woman who does it all with grace and wisdom. Angie. See what I mean? All these beautiful cards that came this week, just when I needed it. You are so amazing and do so much for so many people across the world. Continue to be you and do not let anyone ever hurt that big heart of yours again. I think I must have been crying because someone said something nasty on YouTube or something. So thankful to have gotten to know you personally and professionally. You are amazing and don't ever forget that. Much love, Angie. Oh, thank you, Angie. She said, happy 10th Stampiversary, which is one of my other little things that I wanted to show you today. Where did I put it? Where is it? Where did it go? I've got my 10th Stampiversary pin here somewhere. covered in cards. But I'm so excited to have received that pin. And Angie, thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful card. It couldn't have come at a better time. 10 years. Yay! 10 years with Stampin' Up. And she said, I'm so proud to be an honorary crazy crafter. You're the bestest of the best. Heart, Angie. Thank you. You are an honorary crazy crafter. And that is her beautiful card. So definitely go and check her out. Seriously, you got to go see Angie. She's Inspirations. So go and see her blog. She's such a beautiful woman, and I'm so happy that I forced her to be a demonstrator. Because she's such an asset to this company, I'm telling you. She's just all heart and just a beautiful giving person. And if you're on a Random Act of Kindness, look out for her because she's so active on the Random Act of Kindness group. She gives so much of her time. She sends so many beautiful cards around the world, and she's such a generous person, and I just wish her to be showered with love from everyone. So definitely look out for Angie. She's just a gem. Now, I think that's all my show and tell. I had a couple of cards that you saw go up on the blog during the week. You saw our beautiful card. I'm going to be giving this to Jessie tonight. I've got to write inside it. You're an amazing friend, Jessie. We actually, when her grandmother died, Angie and I went out, Jessie and I went out, and we had a glass of wine to her grandmother, Myra. We're like, thinking of you, Myra. We're going to have a glass of red for you. So this week we did the same thing for my pa. And in actual fact, we went to a restaurant in the city, and despite me feeling a bit down in the dumps and feeling sad, it was probably the best thing that we could have done. Bruno, Jessie and I, we went out. And it was a gift from my Crazy Crafters team. That's how long, it seriously has been 1.5 years I've been sitting on this voucher, and it was expiring at the end of this month. And so I said to both Bruno and Jessie, no, that's it. We're going to go. We're going to go to Chin Chin's, and we're going to go have a nice time, and we're going to go have a drink for Pa. And we had a wonderful night. It was midweek, and we just had such a really, really lovely time. We work very hard, and to be able to go out together, enjoy an amazing Asian fusion meal, it was just beautiful. So I have a lot to say to my beautiful friend of mine, the lovely Jessie, because she works very hard for us. Even next week, she said, look, if there's anything I can do, if you need me to pick any of your relatives up, or if you need anything, let me know. She's just all these beautiful people I have in my life. I'm so grateful for you all. And the Random Act of Kindness group, great question, Betty. I will put up the link here, and you will see information. When you get added, you'll see information in the group as to how you take part and how you play along. So please go and join that group. You're just going to have so much fun. You can send 1 card a month. You can send 100 cards a month, whatever you want to do. The only thing that we ask is that you don't expect to hear anything. Usually what we say, if you haven't heard something, it means you've sent it to the right person, because they're probably going through a really difficult time. So don't expect to hear anything back. Don't even necessarily expect any thanks. But just remember, this is my saying, there is more happiness when you give than when you receive. And it is so true. When you give to others, there's just this nice, happy feeling that you have inside you, that you know you have done good to another person. What happens after that? Not relevant. Whether you hear from someone or not relevant, because you could have sent it to the exact person that needed it. Maybe they're going through chemotherapy, maybe they're going through a death in the family, and the last thing they're going to be able to do is message and say thank you for your card. But just imagine their face if they're going through a difficult time. Like my face when I got all these beautiful cards this week, I was just like, oh, so beautiful. I just feel like I got all these big hugs from around the world. So it's a very special thing to be part of. And as we say, hashtag craft with purpose. When you're crafting, not only for the love of craft, but you're crafting because you want to make a difference to other people in the world. Ah, it's just the best. It just puts another element on crafting. It's like crafting but with just so much heart and so much love, and your creations will come out even better than they ever have before, because you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for someone else. You're doing it to give love to someone, and you're not getting stuck in, oh, is this good enough? And is it, when you start getting insecure about your creativity, it's because you're making it about you. Do not make it about you. It's not about you at all. Just think about the person that's going to receive it, and think about the difference that you can make in other people's lives with that beautiful piece of you. You have just put your heart on a card and shared it with them and said, I love you. Here's a hug in a card. So it will help you. If you struggle with doing card making, like you saw this today, when you make something that has heart in it, it doesn't matter how it looks. I don't care if this is the ugliest thing that anyone thinks they've ever seen. I have just put my heart onto this journal, and all of the ideas that I have that are going to go in here is I'm connected with this emotionally. To me, that's just the most beautiful gift I could ever give to someone, because it's a bit of me. There's a bit of me here for you. Hope that helps, because it's true. We all freak out like, oh, I'm not good enough, and I'm like, no, don't even think about that. Just think about the other person and the joy you're going to bring them. So you probably saw all these. Another Love It, Chop It, using, oh my goodness, that mosaic paper. Can you see it? It's like fully like tiles. Whenever I look at this paper, I just look at it and I go, oh, I just got taken back to Barcelona. I'm standing in Barcelona looking at all of the beautiful mosaics. It's just gorgeous, that one. And we made these last week. You saw all of them. Was there any others? I feel like there was something else. Maybe we've already given it away. We do give away a lot of our cards. We do like sending them ASAP. I don't think there's one hidden under there. No, but there's more coming. So we've got another week of creativity. Next week, I've got the tutorial bundle to get ready for next month. And we'll be having a hop while we're away. So I've got to make sure I do that. Make sure I do my tutorial and my hop card. I've also been very prepared to see all of our beautiful demonstrators from around the world when we go overseas. And look what arrived today. 2 boxes. Are you ready? Look how big this box is. So here's the box. Ah! Check it out. They're all individually wrapped Tim Tam biscuits. Yes, we've got 2 boxes of them. And I love Caramello Koala. If you don't know what Caramello Koala is, you need to look it up. It's an Aussie chocolate that is absolutely delicious because it's filled with caramel. Anything with chocolate and caramel, thank you. I'll have that. But it's so perfect because whenever I see our American friends, I'm really mean to American friends, sorry. Lisa Curcio can tell you, because we just like made up a story about drop bears and how they like could kill you in Australia, jump out of the trees, and we forgot to undo that joke. Yeah, so she believed it for probably 2 years that drop bears were real. Drop bears are not real. But whenever I have the Caramello Koalas, I say to our friends, do you want to try koala? I've got koala with me. And they're like, what? You eat koala? Totally. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. I love koala. And then they're like, okay. I'm like, pull out the chocolate. And they're like, ah. And I'm like, were you going to eat koala? That's disgusting. Did you think it was real fleshed koala, like koala jerky or something? But, you know, it's not that far from the truth, because we do eat kangaroo, and that's like, that's pretty crazy. Oh, the Freddo frogs. Yes. I'm going to have to get some of them too, because they're really good. So I was doing a few different little packs. I've got fantails, minties, Tim Tams. You probably don't know any of these. In fact, we got these new biscuits. I'm going to show you these biscuits. I'm so excited about these. So many cool Australian things that you can't get anywhere else. But this is good. These are going to be very interesting because I don't know how long they're going to be around for, but I grabbed a whole heap in small packets because I just think this is so cool. Okay, you ready? Dun, 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 dun. It's Vegemite and cheese shapes. And look, they're little Australias. Oh, don't you love it? I feel sorry for Tasmania though. Tasmania got eaten. It's not able to be attached because it's separate. But you can see here. I ate an entire box of Vegemite shapes to determine if they're any good. But how cool are they? So I found some that are like separate. These ones, they're like in separate little packs, 8 packs. So I am very excited about that because we're going to be catching up with our lovely friends Dave and Jess Brigden. We've stayed with them. See, look at all these Aussie things. Look, there's a caramel acquired. Oh, cherry ripe. Is that Australian? Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to get little cherry ripes now too. Because you guys, you just haven't tasted chocolate until you've tasted cherry ripe. So there you go. I'm going to have a lot of fun on this trip. I'm set up with all my Aussie snacks. We've just got to find a way to siphon them into the cruise ship. Hopefully they let us bring it all in. Hopefully they don't scan our bag and go, no, actually can't bring this food in. Are biscuits the same as cookies? Yes. I think you guys call biscuits cookies. Yes. I know the Vegemite crackers do look amazing. Chicos! I forgot about Chicos too. Thanks, Bonnie. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have lots of snacks and fun stuff that we're going to bring along. I was finally organised. And you'll laugh at this because I got Kit Kats and Brenna's like, Kit Kats are not Australian. And we looked it up and they're from the UK. So I'm returning them. I should have given them to the UK demos to give them to everyone else, but they're kind of everywhere. Like, it's not something that you can't get. I think you can get them in the States even. Whereas Tim Tams, yeah, maybe not. Patricia, I'm going to send you some. Seriously, I'm going to send you a pack. In fact, I have something else that I need to send as well. And that is going to be Jessie's to-do list for Tuesday. In fact, it's been a to-do list for a very long time. You and Rachel, because you girls are just so generous, and there's a few other people that have been sending us stuff. So we're going to send a little Aussie snack pack out to you girls because you've just been so lovely. Patricia's the lovely stalker from Switzerland who sent these. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, hello. It's deciding to come out. I'll have to eat it. So thank you all very much for being here this week. I'm not going to be here live next week. It's just going to be absolutely crazy with family and funeral and preparing for Greece. So I'm being balanced and taking next week off. But you will see us a lot. We will be vlogging, video blogging. Brenna's like very excited to say, I'm a vlogger. Yeah, I'm totally vlogging. He just loves that word. So you will see us doing our tour around Italy first. So you're coming along with us to Italy. We have a bike tour that we're going on first. We're doing a Bible tour with Jess and David, our friends from the US. And we're going to be doing all sorts of very cool things. Lots of eating. So you will be coming along with us and eating pasta. Eating gelato, I think they call it over there. And you will be coming along with us. So we're really excited to be taking you on our trip with us. So there will be live video. There will be, because we're just definitely going to be having internet. We will make sure of it. And then you'll get to come on the cruise with us around the Greek Isles. So we have tours booked for every day of the cruise. Oh, crazy. Tours around Santorini. We have a yacht. We're going on a yacht tour in Mykonos. You're looking forward to the yacht tour? I know you are. we got to see that last time, Katherine. So we're kind of, we're doing different things this time because we're around the corner from the Pantheon. Where we're staying is around the corner from the Pantheon. So we'll probably go and sit in front of the Pantheon in a cafe there. And we're also around the corner from the Trevi Fountain. I definitely want to go back to the Trevi Fountain. There was the most delicious pizza that we ate there. So I will be recreating that. We like to recreate our eating and test it, a few years later and see if it's still as good. We did that in Alaska. So we'll sit by the Trevi Fountain with our beautiful Italian beer and pizza and just enjoy the craziness of Rome. And that is literally within walking distance of our accommodation. So that's going to be so much fun. We haven't seen the Spanish Steps yet. So hopefully during our walking, we'll see that. We saw the Colosseum and saw a lot of that last time. But I do still want to see a few of the monuments around that area. But my mum messaged me, and after we finish our cruise, she has booked a pasta making experience for Bruno and I on the rooftop in Rome. Oh, I'm so excited about that tour. I told her, I said, all I have left to do, all I want to do while I'm in Rome is make pasta. Just have some Italian man show me how to make gnocchi or real pasta, and then we get to eat it. And all of a sudden she sent this email through and she's like, here's a present for you guys. Thanks, Mum. So you will be cooking pasta with us and gnocchi and tiramisu, and we will be having that for dinner overlooking Rome on the rooftop. I'm so looking forward to it. I know Deborah would be so good. I have so many friends that are going to be in Athens at the exact time that we're on the cruise. In fact, one good friend of ours, we're literally a day apart. We're like following each other around Greece. It's like, are you serious? Could we not, like, just even if it was for an hour, could we not meet up? So yeah, we'll have to wave from the ship. I know my friends are just there and I can't see them. Find me an Italian nonna. Well, we're very fortunate because Bruno's mum is very Italian and cooks the most amazing food. So we literally can eat Italian whenever we like. But I just think it'll be beautiful to be surrounded by the cobblestone and the people and the tourists, and it's just going to be so incredible. Yeah, what a life. It's tough, but someone's got to do it. Hey, Marion. So thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, on the Facebook page, because there's going to be a lot of exciting things that we show you. Even on the cruise, there's going to be all of your favorite demonstrators from around the world that we're meeting up with. Maybe you have a favorite that you want me to say hello to. Let me know and I'll stalk them. I'll stalk them during breakfast. I'll be like stealth. Take pictures. Not without their permission, of course. Yes, I know. I'm going to make my own pasta. I'm so excited. So yes, please let me know if there's a demonstrator that you really want me to say hello to for you, like Poodles, Tammy White, Dawn Griffith. There's so many exciting demonstrators we're going to catch up with from around the world, and we will be sharing all of that amazing footage. I'm sure there'll be footage of Bruno doing karaoke on the cruise ship. It just has to happen. It's just so much fun doing karaoke. So I'm sure you'll see that. A bit of Michael Bublé. Do you have any songs that you'd like Bruno to sing for you? Do a list. Do a karaoke list of songs for Bruno because we need him singing. I think he needs to do a bit of Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Of course I'll say hello to Elisa. Yes, so it's very, very exciting. So definitely tell us what you want him to sing. I might even sing this time. It might be a bit of fun, hey? Who cares? We're on a cruise ship. No one will ever know except for the thousands of people that are... I don't think Patty's going this time. No Patty Bennett. So that'll be very sad. I'm going to miss her a lot. I love having her on the cruise. Somehow we always end up next door to each other. Mary! Yes, Mary Deathridge. Oh, thank you, Robbie. Yeah, a bit of Frozen. I think Frozen's good. Bit of Michael Bublé. Coldplay. Yellow's always a winner. I like Yellow. So, yeah, we'll have to do our playlist. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. You will see us at the airport. 2nd of July we leave. So you will see all of that there. Dina, Raquel, and Kelly. Oh, my friends that I'm going to see. Even Robin Carden, the pink stamper, she messaged me. She's like, I can't wait to see you. And Alison Okamitsu. Oh, there's so many lovely people to say hello to. Brian King. Hopefully he's there. I don't know if he's going this time. Yes, Robin, of course. Yes, so many exciting people. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone, having big hugs. It's like a big reunion. And if there's any new people that you know are going along for the first time, please tell them that they need to come and say hello. Like some demos get really nervous and really shy and they don't want to say hello to demos that they know. It's so exciting. It's like the best. Of course, Sarah, Douglas. What about Sarah? And Shelley? I always love seeing them. Yeah. I know. Thank you all very much. That's amore. Oh, yeah. Wendy will be there. Wendy will be there. Yes, amore would be great. He can sing an Italian song. He's good at his Italian songs. Yeah, Wendy's amazing. Even Erica, Serwin. Oh, so many cool people. Mary Fish. Yes, Donna's one of the new ones. I cannot wait to see her over there. It's going to be so good. We've got a couple of my team members going, and one of them is going for the first time. So exciting. Yay. Yes. Good night, Anne. But thank you all very much for your well wishes, for the beautiful cards we've received. We love you all so much. We appreciate your support. I've passed on all the messages that you gave to my about my pa passing. I've passed it on to my dad and shown him, and it was very, very touching for him to see just all the love around the world that was passed on. Oh, Patricia. Patricia was going to try and come to Rome. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, Patricia. It's so full. It literally, I don't want her to have to fly from Switzerland to Rome for like 5 minutes. Yes, Rhonda, wait. Thank you all. See you all very soon. Mwah! We'll be in touch. You'll see us online. I promise we're not disappearing. You'll see us a lot more than usual. Bye. Thank you. Mwah, mwah.